Hi, you're with us on Great Expectations. Now, birthday number one is a big occasion for mum and dad, but little one can't handle too much celebration without melting down. I know all about it. So how do you have a fabulous first birthday party for everyone involved? Nikki and Yudika are going to share their secrets with us now. And Nikki, now the first birthday tends to be more for the parents than the child, as we all know, and for the grandparents as well. So just tell us why we actually do this to ourselves and what are the rules about the first birthday?
Well, basically, when your child turns a year old, they're not into socializing with other children. When you have other babies and toddlers around, they play independently. And that's why that first birthday party is a bit of a non-event for the children.
Yes.
It really is about creating a memory, celebrating a milestone, and so the adults get together and have a wonderful party.
So much on it.
The basic rules, try and plan the party time after the nap.
Which is
After they've
midday
had
usually?
their morning nap or their afternoon nap. I always say with babies, try and keep them in routine. If they had a morning nap and you had it over lunchtime, they'd be eating their lunch.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe that goes, keep in routine, and then your baby is generally fine. It's when you change everything that they feel it and they play up. And you really want your baby to be as happy as possible so that you can enjoy the party.
How long should this birthday party last?
You know, it's probably 2 hours at most. The baby is not going to concentrate for 2 hours and be there for 2 hours. Baby might be there for an hour and maybe be put down for a nap or taken
Yes.
for a walk or something like that. And keep the activities very simple. So for me, a basic ball pond is a
Ball
lovely,
pond.
a ball pond
Okay.
is a
Ball
sensory experience where the children, with the help from their parents,
Yes.
sit in the ball pond playing with the
We have a
balls.
picture of a ball pond, so you can have a look at what a ball pond
So,
actually
you know,
looks
a
like.
jumping castle at this point is almost irrelevant because most of them can't balance
No,
and
they
jump.
can't.
They can hold on to their parents and be jumped, but they will spend more time in the ball pond putting in, taking out and throwing the balls.
Now, who do you invite to this? Because you know, some people do have the jumping castle for the older kids
well,
and cousins
that's the
and all
thing.
of that.
You know, you have to decide who is coming and what's the age range. So if you've got all the cousins coming and you've got the 5-year-olds and the 6-year-olds and
The
you might
20-year-olds.
then need a jumping castle for the older children to keep them busy. But at this point, you don't have to go crazy with games and activities. You can really have a lovely table of food for the adults, a few goodies for the children. And sometimes what mums do to save time is they pack a box for each child.
That's nice.
So there'll be a juice and there'll be some kind of soft chippies, something sweet, something, you know, chicken drumsticks you were mentioning earlier, you know, and it's all packed in there so that you don't have to worry about the kiddies. You can focus on the adults.
Well, let's talk about the adults, Simone. And Yudika, what would we provide for the adults? Because, I mean, we know they've got to run after their little ones as well. You've got to remember that.
I always think that for kiddies' parties, you know, I love those sticky wings and sticky drumsticks and ribs and all of
Look
that.
lovely
But I
on that
think-
lovely white dress, the frilly
Yes,
one.
yes.
Yes.
I don't think your furniture and your soft furnishings look really good after that, so stay away from the sticky stuff.
Right.
I think, again, people at parties, I think lots of little things. I think Indian parties tend to be a bit of a sit-down, big biryani.
Trestles.
Yes. So I think to keep it social and you want to catch up with people, food on the move is always a good theme,
Yes.
where you have little things, even little
convenient.
bowls. Previously I've done tiny little bowls of macaroni and cheese, and
that's a nice idea.
children can act with little wooden spoons and forks, and they can actually tuck into that, and it's quite interesting to watch them do
Lovely
that.
ideas, lovely ideas.
So simple stuff on the move, little portions of
And not
things.
too much mess as well, not too
Yes.
much mess. Now, agonizing over that first birthday gift, Nikki, I've done it myself. Let's talk about what we can give a 1-year-old.
Well, I've got a variety of gifts here, and I've chosen a sort of broad range of prices, so there's something for everybody.
Very interesting.
But maybe we can start off with this one here, which is a magnetic hide and seek board. You see, children are always looking for things. They
Yes.
love things that are hiding. So here's a little
Surprises.
cow,
Yes.
and if you note, there's also colour matching. And the cow lives in the barn.
Yes.
So here we've got cookies. We've got cookies that live in the
Cookie
cookie jar,
jar.
yellow in the cookie jar, the dog in the kennel, etc. And this is lovely because by the time they reach 2, so this is what we're doing, just let's see what's inside for the littlies. Once they reach 2, we can start doing
can
the
move
colour
on to the
matching,
next stage.
and we can then muddle up everything.
It's
and
a gift that lasts a little longer
we can
than
put the dog in the
next year.
oven, and we can put the, I think it's
the dog in the
it's a
oven.
roast chicken or
Let's
something.
not
We
put
can
the dog in the
we can
oven.
put that in the kennel, and then they can do problem solving and sort them all
And
out.
how much should you be spending on a gift for a 1-year-old?
Well, it really depends. If we're talking parents buying for their own children, some parents will spend 250 Rand on their own child, some will spend 1,000 on their own
Yes.
child. It's all relative. That, for example, is 150 Rand. This one
Right.
here is about 250
What is that
Rand.
now? That's
This
very
is a
interesting.
latches board. So this is all about opening and closing. So now we're opening.
all different types of
And it's all
locks
fine
and
motor
latches.
coordination, and children love to, my child loved keys. We gave him, he's the engineer.
all love keys, eh?
Yes,
They
they
all
all
seem to
love
love
keys. So
keys.
what's behind that?
I
That's
could
their
play with
Froggy.
that for hours.
So this is fascination, and it's fine motor coordination.
And the parents will love it.
They will.
Now, I'm a big fan of putting money away for your kids and buying them just little gifts, nothing too extravagant. Is that a good idea?
It's a fantastic discipline to get into, to put money away for a child at every birthday, or if you're doing monthly, debit orders, that sort of thing, because at some stage you're going to need that money for your child.
But they do like to unwrap things,
They
so more
and of
for
course
one
they
and
love that.
upwards.
They love the unwrapping and the unwrapping
One
more than
going
the
into
actual
two.
product at this stage. This is actually for the bath. Those are suckers that sit on the side of the bath. This is called an octobubble. It blows bubbles. So you put bubble mixture in here, and when they press these little
one of
buttons,
those.
they play tunes. It's about shape. It's about color, and it's blowing
That
bubbles
looks like
all the
it's
time.
expensive,
so
though.
it's fascination. This is an expensive toy. It's 460
Four.
Rand. But I have to
Makes
tell you,
bath
my
time
nephew's
easier.
18 months old, and this is his absolute favorite.
Now, that's for about
at the
a
moment.
1-year-old? And then moving up from there?
Well, even for a child who's 8 months
Bath
old, they love
time.
the bubbles.
I'd love that in my
Yes.
bathtub.
And then this one is a little lap pup, and it's kind of like a little laptop. And here we have shapes, green square, yellow star.
Would this be for a 1 or 2-year-old?
This would go from 1 to 2.
From 1 to 2, so
and
you're
lovely
going
and portable, so it can go with you in the car.
Oh, very nice.
So nice and small. Then if you could
should I
pass
pass-
me the little picnic basket.
Is this what it is, a picnic
Yes, this is a picnic basket. Oh dear, it's still talking to us. Right, okay. So children love the auditory stimulation
lovely.
as well as the fine motor. This one, sweet little picnic basket. It talks, it sings, it does shape, it does colour.
And
So
you know
this-
how those parents look at you when you're bringing the noisy things in, and they're
Yes.
like, we'll get you back when you have your
Yes.
child.
So this is all fine motor coordination, problem solving.
looks
It
economical.
talks to
This
the
looks like
child.
something-
249 Rand. It comes with that little picnic blanket over
Oh,
there,
there's a
where you
blanket.
can also match these little shapes. So you can match your shapes on top of the
Okay,
picnic blanket as
wonderful.
well. And then it all goes inside. So numbers, shapes, colours. And then the last one
this
there
here?
is Roll and Play. And Roll and Play comes with a whole box of color-coded cards. So this is a giant dice. So if we were rolling it on the floor, that's orange. And then with Littley, so the one sort of 1 to 18 month, 1 to 2-year-old, find match.
Wonderful,
Okay. But on the
wonderful.
other side, we've got give a hug, wave goodbye. So it's actions, find
these-
something yellow, squeak like a mouse, giggle and laugh.
And it's not difficult for
touch
mom
your
to figure out
toes.
how to use these.
Very easy, 249 Rand, highly educational, will last right the way through till you're about 3 years.
We're going to have to put
of
these on
age.
hold for a little
Fine.
while, and then we will have a look at these a little later when we have some time. So stay with us. After the break, we move on up to birthday number 3, and you can keep dialing and typing if you have a question to ask or a comment to add. I'm going to play with these toys now. They're very fascinating. We'll be back.